Right now, how a local mother is turning her grief into action by partnering with Wisconsin lawmakers.
Plus, a warning about produce imported from overseas and how it could make you sick. We'll let you know what you can do to make it safer.
And a really nice start to our morning. Temperatures in the 50s. We are looking at some pretty nice weather into the weekend, but really heating up next week. More coming up.
Well, good Friday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks for waking up with us. Just a beautiful Friday morning out there to kick off what's going to be a really nice weekend.
Pretty much. Yeah, we are looking at comfortable temperatures this weekend. We can't rule out a couple of showers and storms rolling in. It looks like by Saturday evening, but right now the chances are pretty slim. So if you have any outdoor plans, you have any extended plans going into the weekend, just keep an eye to the sky by Saturday night. We do have the chance of seeing some showers and storms. We need it. 57 though right now in Madison. A nice start to the morning. 56 in the Dells. We do have some 40s showing up, so that northerly wind bringing in some cooler temperatures this morning. Very comfortable. We'll look at low to mid 80s going through the weekend, right through Sunday. Temperatures fairly comfortable. We can deal with it. Looking at that chance of some showers and storms developing Saturday evening and another chance Sunday. Not great chance. Not going to be a washout by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, most of us probably won't even see them. But by next week, it looks like the hottest week of the season so far, with temperatures well into the 90s. Heat index could be approaching 100. So comfortably warm today as we climb into the lower 80s. That northerly wind not as breezy as yesterday. So a very nice Friday for us. Commuting around the area should be okay this morning. Just need the sunglasses with that sunshine coming up on the eastern horizon. Mostly sunny skies for the noon hour. A few clouds rolling in during the late afternoon and evening. We'll talk about those weekend rain chances and also that heat really building next week, coming up in about 15 minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. We are following some breaking news overnight. Police near Milwaukee are investigating after a man died in their custody.
Our Shane Hogan is here now with what we know this morning. Shane.
Yeah, Chris, a man is dead after being arrested by Pleasant Prairie police on a weapons-related offense. In a Facebook post, police say they were taking a man to Kenosha County Jail when they say they heard a gunshot from the back of the squad car. They say he shot himself with a weapon that officers did not find when they initially searched him. He died at the scene. His death will be investigated by an outside law enforcement agency that is required by Wisconsin state law. This is a developing story. We will continue to provide updates when we get them on air and on channel3000.com.
All right, sounds good. Shane Hogan reporting. Thank you, Shane. More news from overnight. A woman recovering this morning from a stabbing. Madison police are investigating the incident. This happened yesterday just before noon on Bowman Avenue near Lake Edge Park. They found the 30-year-old woman with a stab wound to her arm. Police have not arrested anyone in the case.
Now to Whitewater, where police are looking for a man they say tried to kidnap a girl yesterday afternoon. It happened just before 4 near the intersection of West Center and South Cottage Streets. Police say the man told the girl to get into his car before grabbing her arm. She bit his arm. She was able to run off. The man was driving a black 4-door sedan with tinted windows. Police say he's between 30 and 40 years old with shoulder-length dark brown hair. He has a long brown and gray beard and a gray rose tattoo between his shoulder and his lower neck area. Anyone who might have seen anything in this area, if you have surveillance video or photos in the area of West Center and South Cottage Grove Streets, you should call Whitewater Police. The number is right there on your screen.
A Fenimore family working with state lawmakers to make sure that more people have access to life-saving devices. Courtney Bregman lost her son to a choking accident. She says that she tried doing back blows, but it wasn't enough to save him. After the loss, she discovered a device that could have helped her child when he needed it. So now she's asking lawmakers to pass a bill requiring schools to include it in their first aid kits.
Is it if the Heimlich and the back blows fail, instead of, waiting on the ambulance or waiting on the police car? I mean, it's amazing if we can get it in there, and yeah. I mean, it'll be, I think, a big game changer.
This would be the smaller.
The suction device sits over the face of children and adults. A similar bill was introduced a few years ago. It did not pass, but advocates feel changes made to the bill will have a better chance now to save some lives.
In about a week, Justice-elect Janet Protasewicz will join the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Her membership will flip the conservative majority to a liberal one. Some groups are already taking action to get their cases in front of the new court. Priorities USA and the Wisconsin Alliance for Retired Americans are looking for a declaration from the court that drop boxes are legal. You'll remember just over a year ago now, the court banned absentee ballot drop boxes. Advocates say that makes voting harder for disabled and older voters. Republicans argue drop boxes contribute to voter fraud, though there is no evidence of that happening in the state.
The Wisconsin Policy Forum has a new report out on the state budget. It shows the budget will increase state spending almost 12% over the next 2 years. That's the fastest growth in budget spending since 1995. The state's $7 billion surplus made that increase on spending for public services possible, in addition to cutting taxes. Those state and local tax cuts amount to over $1 billion. State aid to small communities will increase as well. Governor Evers signed the nearly $100 billion budget back on July 5th.
A hearing in the U.S. House gaining some traction after Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. testified. He was invited by Republicans who accused the Biden administration of trying to censor him. RFK gave his testimony despite calls to disinvite him over his recent claims that COVID was engineered to spare Jewish and Chinese people. Democrats say this gives him a chance to amplify that conspiracy.
They intentionally chose to elevate this rhetoric to give these harmful, dangerous views a platform in the halls of the United States Congress.
This is a hearing on censorship that began with an effort, with a formal motion from the other side of the aisle to censor Mr. Kennedy.
Kennedy still trails President Biden in the polls by a wide margin.
Big news in the football world this morning. The NFL's Washington Commanders have a new owner. The new owner, a group led by investment billionaire Josh Harris. They purchased the team for $6.2 billion. That is the most paid for any sports franchise ever in the world. Harris already owns the Philadelphia 76ers and the New Jersey Devils. And listen to who else is on the new ownership team. Basketball Hall of Famer Magic Johnson. Dan Snyder, the former owner who sold the team, he made a killing. We were just talking about that. I mean, I'll move on. Dan Snyder, he's got to pay $60 million in fines to the NFL for sexual harassment and financial improprieties.
Heads up before you bite into that apple this morning. Wisconsin's seeing an increase in intestinal parasitic illness tied to fresh produce. Kind of scary here. Cyclospora is a parasite commonly found in tropical countries. People become infected with it when they eat food or drink water that's contaminated. For Wisconsinites, the main issue here is imported produce.
But in addition to watery diarrhea, people may also experience stomach cramps, nausea, weight loss, loss of appetite, fever, and tiredness.
If the produce can't be cooked, there are a number of measures that can be taken to try and prevent illness. You should wash your hands before and after you handle raw produce, rinse the food thoroughly under running water, and then store it away from things like meat, poultry, and seafood.
A new report from the CDC says more than 1 in 10 young adults in the U.S. is using e-cigarettes regularly. The new data indicates that those between the ages of 18 and 24 used e-cigs the most. 11% of young adults indicate that they actively consume the product. Research shows a jump in sales of e-cigarettes between 2020 and 2022, when over 22 million products were sold each month.
Well, today is the first day the U.S. women's soccer team will participate in the World Cup. They're set to play Vietnam tonight at 8. The team trying to win their 3rd consecutive cup. 14 of the 23 players are making their World Cup debuts.
As much as the rest of the world is looking at it like a potential three-peat, we're looking at it as this tournament that we have in front of us.
Forward Madison FC is hosting a wash party tonight at 8 when the game starts. It's free for everybody. You can lay down your blanket right on the turf. Nice way to spend your Friday evening.
That sounds like a wonderful Friday evening, doesn't it? The weather should be pretty nice, too. 8 minutes after 6, coming up in sports, the Brewers making a second-half push. What's been the key to their recent success?
Plus, a big heat wave in the forecast next week, but a local pool closing during that time. We'll tell you when and why.
At Bergstrom Automotive, you can say yes to the vehicle of your dreams without hidden fees waiting to devour you. You've been told no before? Join the Bergstrom Automotive family for the yes. Bergstrom, for the yes.
Wherever you go, wherever you stay, all you need is one key. Earn and use rewards across Expedia, Hotels.com, and Vrbo.
Post says the key is under the Bisanguita cactus.
When you want to easily unlock your vacation.
Really helpful.
It matters where you stay. True by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
With Nurtec ODT, I can treat a migraine when it strikes and prevent migraine attacks, all in one.
Don't take if allergic to Nurtec. Allergic reactions can occur, even days after using. Most common side effects were nausea, indigestion, and stomach pain.
Ask about Nurtec ODT.
Save big on your next painting project with 11% off everything at Menards. DuraClean is an interior paint and primer in one. It comes in a variety of colors, and it's washable, scrubbable, and stain resistant. A gallon of flat is just $19.48 after rebate. Finish your renovations with DuraClean kitchen and bath interior paint. With its mildew-resistant coating, it will protect your walls from frequent exposure to moisture. Get a gallon for just $29.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm here for
your annual eye exam.
Because I'm having trouble
Reading.
Exactly.
They sort of make me feel
Like I'm the most fabulous thing you've ever seen?
Exactly.
I'll take them.
I've been a member for approximately 8 years. Just coming in and working the body, working muscles, it really makes me feel better, gives me more energy. I play a lot of golf. Yeah, working out definitely has benefited my game. The strength is there. I just feel good, mentally and physically. Because I know if I miss my workouts, something is just missing in my day if I miss a workout. Together we inspire for a better tomorrow.
3 days only. Madison's massive Factory Direct Hot Tub and Swim Spa Show. Save up to 50% off hundreds of quality brand hot tubs and swim spas. Flexible financing. Everything must go. And Sunday at Madison Marriott West. EliteSpaSales.com.
At Bergstrom Automotive, we have a non-commissioned sales team, which is a polite way to say we don't really care whether you buy a practical Equinox, the rugged Silverado, or the speedy new Corvette. You've been told no before? Join the Bergstrom Automotive family for the yes.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're back on the Money Watch this morning. U.S. stocks had a mixed closing yesterday, snapping a multi-day streak of gains. The Dow climbed 163 points. The Nasdaq fell, though, just about 300 points. The S&P dropped 30 points. CBS News' Winnie Gillette has the latest business news and headlines from New York.
You may have missed out on that billion-dollar Powerball prize, but there's another chance to win some big money tonight. The Mega Millions jackpot has jumped to a whopping $720 million, with a cash option just over $369 million. That's the 5th largest prize in the game's history. Soon, Whole Foods shoppers will be able to pay for their groceries with a wave of a hand. Amazon, the company that owns the grocery chain, is introducing its palm recognition technology called Amazon One for payments, loyalty programs, and entry into Whole Foods and Amazon Fresh locations. Customers can sign up for the service online and then have their palm scanned at a participating store to complete the process, or simply sign up at the store. 200 Whole Foods locations have already rolled out Amazon One. And AMC Theaters is ditching its plan to charge more money for better sightline seating. The nation's largest movie theater chain said the move is meant to keep prices competitive, noting that rivals had not followed their lead. AMC tested the plan in 3 locations and found virtually no change in low demand for front row seats, despite a lower price. The company says it will now pivot to testing spacious front row reclining seats in select theaters later this year. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Starting tomorrow, you can head to the 3rd annual Free Festival of Color event in Beloit. It goes from noon till 5 at Summit Park on Henry Avenue. The day includes food, drinks, face painting, games, and more, all for free. Advocates of Color is hosting the event. They're part of the Family Services of Southern Wisconsin. The group works to create inclusivity in Rock County.
Starting today, the Goodman Pool will be closed. They're beginning a week-long effort to get it ready for the annual All-City Swim Meet. So the pool is going to be closed, again, starting today, all the way until July 31st. The facility will be preparing for the 7,000 participants, volunteers, and spectators for the yearly swim meet. It's on Thursday, July 27th to Saturday, the 29th this year. The Parks Division is going to add some lifeguard service to Vilas and Warner beaches to compensate for the pool's closure.
Let's take a live look now at the drought monitor. Most of Dane County still in an extreme drought this morning, but that's actually an upgrade. It's getting a little better. Columbia County in a similar situation. Sauk and Rock counties are in a severe drought that's better than Dane and Columbia. And in the southwest corner of the state, Grant, Iowa, and Richland still experiencing some of that extreme drought. Now, while this is better than what we saw last week, Kelly, we are expecting this to get worse with no real shot for a good chance of rain this week.
Yeah, not the widespread rain like we had a week ago or so. Looking at conditions to be fairly dry over the next 10 days or so. We do have some small chances of rain, and boy, do we need it. Looking at the precipitation we've had for the month, we're not doing too bad. We're actually at a little bit of a surplus. But since June 1st, our deficit now over 3.5 inches. And for the year to date, our deficit at 5 inches. And I know we had the rain last week, but right now the conditions will just continue to get worse with the drought continuing. And it's really expansive across much of the upper Midwest, most of the upper Midwest, at least in some sort of a drought, at least moderate drought. But you can see across parts of Missouri and Kansas into Nebraska, many locations in extreme drought and some at an exceptional drought. So the drought continues to get worse across much of the upper Midwest and not a whole lot of relief going forward. The rain chances, it looks like the best chance will be coming in Saturday evening, Saturday night, and maybe again Sunday. But these are going to be widely scattered, only about 30, maybe 40% chance of seeing some of this rain. Otherwise, it looks like a fairly dry, extended forecast going into much of next week. Today, a beautiful day. The atmosphere is very dry. The humidity is very low, and that allows these temperatures to really drop. We're starting out in the 50s. Low 80s expected this afternoon. We still have a northerly wind, not as breezy as what we had yesterday. So a nice day today, but next week, the heat is going to build. We've had all that heat across the southern tier of the United States. That's going to be lifting to the north and bringing in the heat and humidity for us. In fact, temperatures starting out next week will be in the mid to upper 80s, then climbing into the low to mid 90s toward the end of next week. And that humidity will put that heat index close to 100. So enjoy the nice day today. We've got comfortable temperatures starting off in the 50s this morning. Less wind than yesterday. Partly sunny skies. Temperatures in the low 80s. Low to mid 80s this weekend. The hottest, though, of the year coming our way, it looks like, by the end of next week. 57 right now in Madison, down to 48 in Camp Douglas, so a little chilly for some. 61 right now in Janesville. Across Dane County, 55 in Sun Prairie, 55 in Belleville, and also Oregon. Stoughton, 55. A lot of people in the mid-50s this morning, so you might need a light jacket for the next hour or so before that sun starts to warm us up. We'll get partly sunny skies going in the afternoon hours. Temperatures climbing into the lower 80s today, so a very seasonable day. Once again, with that low humidity, very comfortable as we go through the afternoon and into the evening. Now, Saturday will start off dry. Saturday, most of the day should be dry. During the late afternoon, evening period, can't rule out some widely scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm, may produce a brief downpour, but this is not going to be widespread going into a Saturday evening. Our first warm forecast for the weekend, just some of those widely scattered showers and storms Saturday evening, another shot Sunday afternoon, once again, not widespread. And there comes that heat, upper 80s, low 90s into Wednesday, mid 90s by Thursday and Friday. Heat index in the mid to upper 90s.
Something changed for the Brewers on June 23rd. At the time, they were 38-36, but since then, they have the best record in Major League Baseball, a whopping 15-7 record. They were on the road yesterday in Philly. Corbin Burns had the ball for the series finale. The right-hander has returned to his Cy Young form in July. He tossed 8 scoreless innings yesterday while striking out 10 batters in 4 starts this month. He has 36 strikeouts while allowing just 8 hits and 2 runs. And the offense, it backed him up. 3rd inning with 2 on, Christian Yelich hits a Yelly bomb, and Burns on the mound, that's about all they'd need. Brewers win it 4-0 the final. And how about Bobby Portis? On the 2-year anniversary of the Bucks championship, he headed to the Forward Madison game last night. The 2021 NBA champ did a pregame meet and greet with fans and stuck around for the game. He wasn't the only celebrity in town, though. How about this? Kurt Angle, a wrestling legend, was at the duck pond last night. He threw out the first pitch, and even if it bounced, I think the ump probably called it a strike. After showing out at Wisconsin, UW center Joe Tippmann was drafted by the New York Jets in the 2nd round back in April. And Wednesday, the man with the mullet put pen to paper. Tippmann, a 2-year starter at UW, signed a 4-year, $8.3 million contract with the Jets, meaning Joe will be snapping the ball to Aaron Rodgers next season. That's a whole lot of green for Wisconsin's very own. But seeing Aaron Rodgers in this shade of green, at least me, makes me a little bit queasy. The Jets released the first look at the future Hall of Famer in his new threads. And while most Packer backers were ready to move on, something about that just does not look right. That's your morning sports fix. Have a phenomenal Friday.
You too, Andrew. Still ahead, a new service from the Federal Reserve that lets you get your money faster.
Yeah, and if you're headed out the door today and you need some gas, here's a look at prices across Dane County and Wisconsin this morning. We'll be right back.
Your digital source for local news and info for 25 years. Channel 3000.
It's your last chance to get Black Friday mattress deals at Ashley. Get the all-new Timber Breeze for just $83 a month. Or get this Queen Pillow Top mattress for just $9 a month, all with no money down. Don't miss. Only at Ashley.
Precision is an excellent company. We had an idea of what we wanted, but we weren't sure how to put it together.
It's kind of one of those things that I personally take pride in, making sure that the people make the right decision.
We highly recommend Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
You've got this. Whatever it is, you're ready for it. Your newly purchased defenses, top of the line. Your backup, backing up. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So if your new house still has some old tenants, we'll make sure your checking account won't be giving you any surprises. You've got this with Associated Bank.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Why are there 2 extra seats? Are we getting 2 Great Danes? I know, Giant Uncle Dane and his giant beard. Maybe a dragon. Twin sisters! And one is a robot and one is a knight. And I'll be on the side of the octopus.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2023 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport.
We're reinventing our network
with smarter, more efficient routes, so you can deliver more value to your customers.
Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service.
It's your last chance to get Black Friday deals at Ashley. Find in-stock doorbusters at discounts up to 60% off. Plus, get bonus discounts on clearance items and special buys. And low monthly payment options starting at just $9 a month. Only at Ashley.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. A gorgeous one by Linda catching a hummingbird mid-flight.
It's a majestic creatures, aren't they?
That's going to look like me walking out of the door on this Friday.
If we ever say Chris doesn't like animals, it's not true. He loves birds.
He does. He does. Look at his face.
Like a good challenge.
He's
like a good challenge, yeah. That's funny, though. This you headed out of here after the show.
I will be humming right out.
Live look at Shane.
My favorite.
It's Friday.
I'm going to get off the rails here for a second. My favorite. My favorite sports joke I've ever heard.
Off the rails.
Was sports callers doing play-by-play. Guy hits a home run.
Okay.
And he goes, "That ball's out of here faster than our sales staff on a Friday."
Ooh.
Boom.
Calling
Who's
you
watching
out.
this morning?
Calling you out, Matt.
Summertime, you know, midday
A
hits.
summer Friday.
You got your stuff all wrapped up. You just want to get out of town.
We
you
call
know?
them
You just wanna
summer
get out of
hours.
the office.
Summer hours, man.
Yeah, what does it even mean anymore? People working from home, like a lot of people work from home now. It's like
I have friends, you know, they're like done with work at noon. They're out happy hour with the coworkers.
Hey, we're done by noon. We work on the morning show. Happy hour, 10 a.m.
Yeah,
baby.
after waking up at 1 in the morning.
That's true. Things are a little
we
different
pay
here.
for it on the other end.
That's true.
All right, Shane's here to talk about a trending story of the day.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool. If you like getting your money faster, who doesn't? You want to check this one out. The Federal Reserve is building a new instant payment system to help people and companies receive their money faster. Now, it's called FedNow Service. It's designed to make safe, real-time payments more widely available. The system will eliminate waiting periods for payments to clear, allowing people or businesses to access paychecks or other payments instantly. It also operates around the clock 24/7, which would bypass limitations like business hours and bank holidays. It's pretty cool, right? Right now, only 35 banks and credit unions are certified for this, but the Fed is hoping to eventually have thousands on board very soon. So if your bank or your credit union takes part in this, maybe you have a small business on the side.
Yeah.
You know, you cash those checks, boom, instant into your accounts. That'd be pretty nice.
Cash those checks.
Or whatever. You submit your Venmos, whatever it is, but
every other Friday is like for Leah.
Yeah, let me tell you. Let me just count my 20s.
No,
Who's
as
got
long as
that
it's
much
safe.
cash on them nowadays?
That's
ridiculous.
impressive.
As long as it's safe, as long as they have safeguards in place.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
Dad over here.
Hey, we got a chance of rain this weekend. We'll time it out next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Jack's Pizza, $2.48. 8-ounce Hy-Vee Choice Reserve New York Strips, $6.99. And a 2-pound pack of Driscoll's Strawberries, $3.98. All week long at Hy-Vee.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing can make a morning like this any nicer. A hearty, hefty, good-tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters. And when you finish, you know you had something to eat.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more. I know it's up for me. And bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Stanley Steamer loves Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Paul Lashik, local owner of Stanley Steamer here in Madison. We've been proudly cleaning your homes and businesses for over 30 years and will continue to keep your carpet, upholstery, area rugs, hard floors, and air ducts clean for many more. We strive to provide the best quality in both the services we provide and the equipment we use. That's why you've trusted us to keep Madison and southwestern Wisconsin homes cleaner, healthier, and more beautiful place to live. Call and book a cleaning today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
They only pay for what you need.
That's my boy.
Stay off the freeways.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Leisure Concepts has your new hot tub in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Steel and composite construction and the perimeter insulation is so quiet. We'll deliver everything you need to easily keep your hot tub crystal clear, including knowledge. That neck-deep hot water massage feels amazing every day of the year. You'll never get tired of it. Get to Leisure Concepts and see almost 70 hot tubs that are ready for immediate delivery to your backyard.
Hi, I'm Daryl from Little America.
Blake and his cousin Connor are here with their families from Madison today. What's your favorite ride? Connor's older sister, Cassie, told me her favorite is the go-karts. Mom loves that she can bring a picnic basket, and Dad enjoys miniature golf. There's fun for the whole family at Little America, where big fun is only a few miles away.
Race into savings at Hy-Vee this Friday through Sunday. Oreos, just $2.48. Gatorade 8-packs, just $5.88. And 6-pack bottles of Pepsi products, $2.75 each when you buy 4. Only at Hy-Vee.
I don't know if he's safe. That's what really bothers me.
It's been 6 weeks now since 13-year-old James Yablonsky went missing. This morning, the reward his father is now offering to bring his son home.
Plus, an update from investigators on an explosion that rocked Madison's west side. What's still got them stumped weeks later?
And here's your first look outside this half hour. We have a nice, comfy start to our weekend, don't we, Kelly?
Yeah, to keep those windows open this morning, let in some of this cooler air because it's going to be heating up next week. We'll take a look coming up.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks for waking up with us. Yeah, beautiful sky over Madison this morning to kick off what I hope is a perfect weekend for everybody.
I love these mornings.
Yeah?
The summer mornings, the sun angle, the coolness. The crispness, the optimism as you head into the weekend.
The optimism.
Oh,
can taste it in the air.
Doesn't get much better.
Yeah, just beautiful. You know, and that's the thing. We've had such dry air in place, and it's allowed these temperatures to really cool off fairly quickly in the evening hours and overnight. In fact, we actually have some 40s showing up in Camp Douglas and also Black River Falls, 57 in Madison. Now that the sun's up, the temperatures will climb fairly quickly. We had that wind out of the north yesterday, kind of a nuisance wind up there around 20 miles per hour. Not as gusty today, but it is bringing in some dry air and some cooler temperatures this morning. We will be warming into low 80s today, mid 80s going into the weekend. Seasonably warm for this time of the year, still not too humid. Can't rule out some showers and storms developing later tomorrow. Another chance going into Sunday afternoon, but if you have any outdoor plans, just keep an eye to the sky. It's not going to be a washout by any means. More humidity and probably the hottest week that we've seen so far this summer. Temperatures warming in the mid-90s toward the end of the week. That heat index could be up close to 100 when you factor in the humidity. We'll look at partly sunny skies as we go into the afternoon hours. Just a beautiful Friday for us. Lighter winds, absolutely gorgeous. Low 80s expected today. So as you plan your morning, a little chilly this morning with upper 50s, but we'll warm quickly. North winds less than 10 miles per hour as we get into the mid to upper 70s by the noon hour. That weekend does bring in some shower chances, and then we'll talk about some of the hottest temperatures of the summer coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, talk to you then. Thank you, Kelly. 6:31 now to our top story. The father of a missing Sauk County teenager, James Yablonsky, is now issuing a $10,000 reward for help bringing his son home.
He tells News 3 Now just how difficult the last month has been. Shane Hogan has more from that interview. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning, Leah. It's been over a month of anguish for the Yablonsky family, jumping at any tips that could help them find their 13-year-old son, James. Now offering a reward for someone to help bring their son back to them. They're approaching 6 weeks since James left his home in a vehicle, and it found nothing more than campsites that law enforcement believe he built to, quote, live off the grid with survivalist handbooks and a firearm. Now his father hopes the reward can be that next step in getting him home because it's the only ending he can accept right now.
The worst outcome is the one I don't want to think about if I can help it. It goes through your mind. You don't understand how much you think of what the best outcome and the worst outcome, and it just keeps going through your head either way.
Bill also says running away is very uncharacteristic of James. Also worth mentioning that reward is for him, someone actually bringing James home, not for tips. The sheriff's office did not have an update on the case as of last night. Anyone with information on James Yablonsky's whereabouts should contact the Sauk County Sheriff's Office or Sauk County Crime Stoppers.
Well, we continue to think of that family. I just can't imagine what they are going through.
6 weeks.
Ugh. Shane Hogan, thank you very much.
Well, after weeks of investigating, Madison Fire Department officials say they are still unable to determine the cause of that condo explosion from earlier this summer. It happened in June on Madison's west side, right on Gammon Road. Officials believe that either a propane tank in a garage or a natural gas-powered device may have fueled the leak in the explosion, but they still don't know what ignited it. There's no evidence to suggest, though, that it was a criminal act.
New information now on a woman's remains found in Beloit this week. Police have made an arrest in connection with her death. 37-year-old Judy Sprigler was last seen leaving her home last Wednesday. She hadn't been seen or heard from since. After an autopsy confirmed the remains were Sprigler's, a 45-year-old Janesville man was taken into custody on a tentative charge of mutilating or hiding a corpse. No word yet on what caused Sprigler's death.
Alliant Energy customers in Portage without natural gas should get it back sometime this morning if they haven't already. The company says a third-party contractor working on Washington Street struck and damaged a gas line. The leak ended up shutting down service to about 1,000 customers. They also had to evacuate several blocks. A representative from the company says that some of those customers have had their power restored, the leaks contained, and the equipment repaired. Alliant says all that remains to do is to reconnect those meters and turn the services back on for the customers.
New information, a man is in custody after stealing from a construction site and leading police on a chase through the middle of Madison. Officers say this happened on University Avenue around 11 yesterday morning. The man drove off in a car, driving the wrong way down Midvale Boulevard. He ended up behind Cherokee Heights Middle School at one point, police eventually stopping him on Tacoma Road. The man now faces charges of burglary and theft, fleeing an officer, and recklessly endangering safety.
On our Health Watch this morning, we have a warning for parents who bought any of these kids' cups on Amazon. Hundreds of thousands of these Cupkin cups are being recalled because they contain lead. The recall is for 8 to 12-ounce double-walled stainless steel children's cups. They were sold in pairs on Amazon, the company's website. Customers bought a lot of these, over 300,000 of them over the past 5 years. They are considered extremely toxic to children. Customers can request a refund on Cupkin's website.
Developing this morning, former President Trump waiting for an indictment that could come as early as today in the case investigating the January 6th attack. The deadline for Trump to testify before the grand jury at the head of the case expired at midnight. He could now be charged with multiple federal crimes for his role in trying to overturn the 2020 election. The former president has already received a target letter citing 3 different federal statutes. Experts say that typically means an investigation is in its final stages.
The prosecution has interviewed so many witnesses, looked at so much documentary evidence. If they bring these charges, it means they absolutely believe that they can prove this beyond a reasonable doubt.
If Trump is charged, it will be his 3rd criminal indictment as he continues to be the front runner for the Republican presidential nomination.
A new economic impact report in Middleton shows a big rebound in 2022. Tourism Economics and Oxford Economics Company says Middleton brought in $183 million last year. It came through hotels, food and beverage, as well as retail and transportation. Visitor spending also way up at $45 million more than 2021 and 4% higher than 2019. The tourism industry in Middleton supported around 1,600 jobs and generated over $30 million in local and state taxes. And for this year, it's looking good too. First quarter revenue already up 20% compared to last year.
The Dane County Board looking at ways to expand opportunities for ATV and UTV riders around the county. This comes after some success in a pilot program on the topic, specifically along County Highway Y. Supporters say it's proof that ATVs can operate safely on country roads. Now the board will vote to create a permit process to allow their use on certain county trunk highways. If it's approved, you'll be able to apply for a permit to do so on the Dane County website.
Well, the winner of that $1 billion Powerball jackpot has yet to come forward. We know the winning ticket was purchased in L.A. It was the 3rd largest Powerball in history. The Powerball did produce some winners in Wisconsin. Listen to this. A Quick Trip in Grand Chute sold a ticket worth $1 million. 2 $50,000 tickets were sold in Green Bay and Appleton. And then in Hayward, a $100,000 winning ticket was sold at a Quick Trip. It's the 2nd time this year the Hayward store sold a winning $100,000 ticket.
You know, $1 million ticket sounds pretty gosh darn good until you hear that the $1 billion guy's walking around somewhere in California.
Hey, better than a kick in the pants, as my mother would say. Hayward, by the way, beautiful. Great golf up there.
Kick in the pants. I'm going to use that later.
Better than a kick in the pants.
Put that in my back pocket. All right, it's 6:38. Coming up after the break, 2 top members of Milwaukee's Police and Fire Commission stepping down. The message they hope to send to lawmakers.
And we're starting off really nice this morning, nice and cool. We're going to be heating up this weekend. Also a chance of some showers and storms, but the real heat comes in next week. First warm forecast coming up.
Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at Pick and Save, we invest in Wisconsin farmers to bring you the freshest seasonal picks. So no matter how you shop, your local produce always tastes as fresh as it gets. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. Fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups, scheduled. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
We're reinventing our network
with smarter, more efficient routes, so you can deliver more value to your customers.
Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet, like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
When your travel adventure is more of a misadventure, it matters where you stay.
And here's some warm DoubleTree cookies.
DoubleTree by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
At Pick and Save, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now. Madison Mallards Baseball brings you a night of fireworks on the base paths, and after the game is over, don't miss the Mallards' next fireworks night, Friday, July 21st against the Green Bay Rockers. Get your tickets today. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of Madison Mallards Baseball. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. Milwaukee leaders are pushing back on a new law that increases shared revenue and allows the city to institute a sales tax. It's helping the city avoid bankruptcy, but it comes with some restrictions.
Now, 2 Milwaukee officials are resigning over it all, calling it an assault on self-government. Adam Reif reports.
The moment was appropriate to make a stand.
Just ahead of his final FPC meeting, soon-to-be former chair Edward Falone explained why he felt the commission has become a political pawn.
These issues are too important to the everyday life of Milwaukeeans for them to be turned into political footballs.
Last month, state Republicans included provisions in the shared revenue bill that stripped the Civilian Commission of its ability to set department policy. Falone called it an assault on self-government. At Thursday's meeting, some members of the public shared their frustration.
And you stood up for this community. And I really appreciate that you did that, even though it was hard.
For now, the other commissioners are staying on, and many honored Falone Thursday.
Because of his service, it really has contributed to a safer and more just city.
I knew that this was going to be a great endeavor with you at the helm, and I just want to say thank you.
But the commission and its duties will look different. Falone said he's confident they'll be able to work with the fire and police chiefs to find creative ways to continue their mission. And he wants people to continue to speak out, be politically active, and make their voices heard.
We should not just roll over and accept laws and shrug our shoulder when those laws are unjust and unjustified.
Adam Reif reporting. The commission has canceled 2 committee meetings scheduled for next week. In the meantime, they have elected a new chair and vice chair to the Fire and Police Commission.
Watch this new video out of Rice Lake, Wisconsin. During a hailstorm this week, customers taking shelter inside a Walmart watched it come through the skylights. The National Weather Service reports tennis ball-sized hail in Rice Lake. Major damage was reported to the area, downed trees in the neck of the woods, but no injuries were reported. What a sight, though.
Man, that can do some, did some damage. Gosh, that would hurt. I always think about what you get pelted in the head with one of those. Oh,
tennis ball size, too. These are massive.
Yeah, forget about it. The cars in the parking lot.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. That'll
Could you imagine?
hurt your value, that's for sure.
Right. All right, let's check in with Kelly Slifka here at 6:44. Nothing nearly that dramatic in the forecast for today, Kelly.
No, it's going to be absolutely beautiful for this Friday. It's nice and cool this morning. As far as some rain chances going into the weekend, we have some not great chances. Some could maybe see a brief downpour, but we're not looking at a whole lot. This is looking out ahead going into next week, the chance of rain or how much rain we can expect. So you can see that the amounts look to be fairly light, quarter, maybe a half of an inch here and there. You see a 3/4 inch possibility here in Madison. That would be very isolated. We don't have anything really organized producing widespread rain like we saw about a week and a half ago on that Wednesday when we saw all-day rains. We don't see that happening. Now, that rain that we did see on that Wednesday actually did take a little bit of a bite, if you will, right out of the drought monitor, the extreme drought that we had in Dane County, northwestern Dane County, into Sauk County and Iowa County. Now it's a severe drought. Either way, the rain that we had didn't do a whole lot as far as our drought monitor, and really looking forward. Without that great chance of widespread rain, we aren't expecting much improvement over the next week. We do have some heat headed our way. This is going to exacerbate that drought. In fact, we are talking about temperatures possibly into the low to mid-90s toward the end of next week. And that heat that's been sitting down south is finally going to make its way northward into southern Wisconsin. And we do have that potential of seeing some excessive heat going into next week. And you see much of the country expecting some heat. Temperatures around here, nice this weekend in the mid-80s, doable. But as we get in the later part of next week, not only the heat, but it's going to be that humidity that's going to produce the heat index, possibly getting close to 100 with the actual temperature in the low to mid-90s. So enjoy the nice, comfortable temperatures today. Less wind than we had yesterday. Low to mid-80s going into the weekend. And it looks like the hottest temperatures of the summer headed our way next week. Low to mid-90s toward the middle and later part of the week. Right now, 57 in Madison, 61 in Janesville, 49 in Black River Falls. But now that the sun is up, it'll be warming up fairly quickly. 57 right now in Verona, 58 in Oregon, and 58 currently in Cottage Grove. Sunshine this morning, lighter north winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour. By the noon hour, should be in the mid to upper 70s. Low 80s today, just a few clouds popping up going into the afternoon. Now, Saturday, most of the day dry. We will have the possibility of a few showers and storms firing up. This is not going to be widespread. You may just encounter a brief downpour. Just keep an eye to the sky as we get in the afternoon and into the evening. Otherwise, generally quiet for the next few days. Once again, just a few showers or storms developing Saturday evening. Another shot Sunday afternoon. About a 30% chance going into the weekend. By next week, though, low to mid-90s with that heat index in the mid to upper 90s and those overnight lows. You know it's humid when those overnight lows don't get below 70. We can expect that next week.
All right, Kelly, thanks a lot. Here comes the heat, huh? 6:47. Well, it's the day a lot of movie fans have been waiting for. That new Barbie movie is coming out. We're sharing a new survey that's out this morning that was done across the country to see what kind of impact Barbie has had on people's lives. Barbie's been a cultural icon, of course, since the doll first hit shelves back 64 years ago. Of those surveyed, 56% say Barbie had a moderate to large impact on their childhood. And of those who said that there was an impact, nearly 65% said it was a positive influence. 53% of students plan to see the Barbie movie this summer. 41% knew what year Barbie debuted, which is 1959.
Barbie had a big impact on my childhood.
Positive impact, Leah?
So you already know this.
I do.
My mom loved pink and loved to dress me up in sort of like Barbie-like things. So now I don't love pink anymore. You will rarely catch me wearing pink, will you?
Yes.
You know this because we try and coordinate.
Right. You'll notice that pink is never in our in our color wheel.
Josh gets a little mad because he loves pink. But yeah, I just can't. I don't do it anymore.
This Barbie movie is just
everywhere, huh? People are so excited. I've heard good things. But
bold is one word I use to describe it. Bold.
We'll talk about that during the break. I'll learn more about that. It's 6:48 coming up in the morning sprint. All the local headlines you need to start your day.
And if you've got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, this is when we help them celebrate. Kiddos like Olivia. Happy birthday, Olivia. Hope you have a great one. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Why are there 2 extra seats? I know, Uncle Dane and his giant beard.
The
Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2023 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport.
Rider chips. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
McGann Furniture Downtown Baraboo invites you to come in for their huge Summer Sizzler Sale. It's our biggest sale of the year. For a limited time only, take advantage of sizzling hot markdowns throughout the store. All furniture, bedding, flooring, dining room sets, and accessories marked down with the lowest prices of the year. Plus, get free delivery. Hurry in today. The huge store-wide Summer Sizzler Sale at McGann Furniture ends July 22nd. You'll be glad you did. Since 1905, McGann Furniture, Downtown Baraboo.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
How white do you think your teeth really are? Let's try the tissue test. Oof, still yellow. Whitening toothpaste can only do so much.
There's Toothpaste White and there's Crest 3D White Strips White. They whiten like a $400 professional treatment.
So much whiter.
Crest.
Experience the feel of a dentist's clean at home with Oral-B. Round cleans better by surrounding each tooth. So clean, you'll feel like you just left the dentist.
What you waiting for?
Oral-B. Brush like a pro.
Come and get it.
Wallersheim Winery and Distillery. The home of Wisconsin's favorite wine and the Wallersheim Old Fashioned. Located in Prairie du Sac and available throughout Wisconsin.
3 days only. Madison's massive Factory Direct Hot Tub and Swim Spa Show. Save up to 50% off hundreds of quality brand hot tubs and swim spas. Flexible financing. Everything must go. And Sunday at Madison Marriott West. EliteSpaSales.com.
Intuitive sit to start in the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get a $7,500 lease bonus on a new 2023 all-electric ID4.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Breaking news just into the newsroom. Police in Greene County looking for a missing boater this morning. Dispatch got a call around 4:30 yesterday evening about a possible drowning victim on Big Green Lake. They've been searching for the person ever since. Officers are asking the public to avoid the search area today and give emergency crews room to do their jobs. We'll continue to bring you updates on this story as we get them here on News 3 Now and over on channel3000.com. The family of the missing 13-year-old near Devil's Lake is now offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to his safe return. The search for James Yablonsky is nearing the end of its 6th week now. His dad says running away from home is really uncharacteristic of James. The Sauk County Sheriff's Office says it does not have any updates in the case.
Madison police are investigating a stabbing that happened just before noon yesterday on Bowman Avenue near Lake Edge Park on the east side. Police say a 30-year-old woman had a stab wound to her arm. She should be eventually okay, though. There is no one under arrest in the case, though.
Police in Whitewater are searching for a man who they say tried to kidnap a girl inside the city. It happened just before 4 yesterday near the intersection of West Center Street and South Cottage Street. Police say the man told the girl to get into his car before grabbing her arm. She bit him and was able to get away. The man was driving a black 4-door sedan with tinted windows.
After several weeks of investigating, Madison fire officials still don't know what caused a Gammon Road condo explosion. Officials believe either a propane tank or natural gas device may have had a leak and caused the explosion, but the ignition source is still unknown. Investigators do know one thing, it's that there's no evidence The explosion was criminal.
Police in Pleasant Prairie outside Milwaukee say a man died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound while in their custody. They had just arrested the man for a weapons offense. While en route to the Kenosha County Jail, officers say they heard a gunshot from the backseat of the car. Police say the man apparently had a concealed weapon. An independent organization is now investigating the incident.
Months after their deaths, a Wisconsin community continues to honor 2 fallen police officers. Now, 6 miles of road connecting Chetek and Cameron will be renamed for officers Emily Breidenbach and Hunter Shield. It's the road where someone shot and killed the officers in early April. Community members are also remembering the officers with an eagle carving and signs.
Unemployment in Wisconsin ticking slightly up, but it remains the lowest June on record. We're currently at a rate of 2.5%, just about 0.1% up from last month. The total non-farm jobs have gone up by almost 53,000 this year, with a record of just over 3 million total jobs. Labor participation is up as well at 65.3%.
Milwaukee marking a historic milestone, adding a new $40 million agriculture maritime export facility on Jones Island. The facility can hold 30,000 metric tons, helping farmers across the state. The new port aims to connect Wisconsin producers with international markets while boosting local economies.
There are new developments in the string of murders on Long Island. The investigation now spreading to 2 other states. Investigators are looking back at unsolved cases across the country and whether Rex Heuermann might be connected. The 59-year-old is charged with murder in the deaths of 3 of the Gilgo 4. The women were sex workers whose remains were found along the beach back in 2010.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. A nice start to our morning. A little bit of a ripple on Lake Mendota as we're looking at our Edgewater sky cam. That north wind continuing, not as breezy as what we had yesterday with the whitecaps on Lake Mendota. 60 right now in Madison as we are starting to recover after being in the 50s this morning. 60s this morning, low 80s today. Just a beautiful Friday for us. Lighter winds. 84 tomorrow. Can't rule out some scattered showers and storms going into the evening. Another chance Sunday, but look at that heat really building into next week. Low to mid 90s, and also the heat index really climbing as well. First one, traffic. We do have an accident. This is on 151, the south ramp at I-39 North. Right lane is blocked, so try to avoid that area. It seems like traffic is getting through, but that right lane is blocked on 51.
All right, Kelly Slifka, thank you very much.
We'll have another news and weather update coming up in 30 minutes.